what the thought that came to my mind was to make this thing modular. So depending upon the width tape that you use, I decided to take the safe route. I just made 2 blanks. I'm going to see how this pair goes. I've got enough material to do 8 more pieces. I think part of the problem is this is too wide. It needs to be beveled. Okay, I'm going to get back to my tape dispenser here. And what I found is that I do want something to hold the tape down below the center point of the roll, but I don't need it to be this low. But I want to show you here how well this cuts. That's going to be nice. All right, I got my wheels in here, I'll call them. I've got it centered up on a 1/4 inch drill bit. And I want to drill it out to just under 3/8 so I can install these bushings. Now here's one done. This is flush, but I'll countersink that, or not countersink it, but I'll drive it home just a little bit more. Okay, I'm wondering whether I want to go with a single rod or individual. And individual I think is out. I could go with 2. I ordered some cutters for my tape dispenser. They came today. I'm going to take them out of the package and see what they look like here. And one other thing, I don't know if I've showed this or not, but you got to have a little kerf here to have your blades sit flush with this surface, or just below it. Mine is just a hair below. Have you ever made something and then just kind of after you got done with it went, what the heck did I do? Which is what I ended up doing here. I've got a design I thought was gonna, well, it works. I shouldn't say that, it does work, but it's not optimal. So template taped on here. I decided to go a little longer, 1/2 inch, and I can feather this out or cut it off. I don't know which I'll do. And then I also went a little taller, about 1/4 inch. So I'm going to drill my 2 holes off of this piece, off of this template, and just repeat it through the rest of my pieces. I decided to use some scrap Baltic birch I had laying around. The through holes, let's see here now. I take that back. I'm glad I caught myself. This is the through hole. These are stopped. I'm only going to go in about 1/4 inch, and then flip the piece and come at it from the other side, so that I have a place for my rods to, my spindles to register against. Now I have to do a left and a right and 4 centers. Yeah, so I've got to keep that in mind as well. One of these will be a left, one will be a right. So I'll get those done and come right back. Here I have to get them both, have this line be perfect so that the spindle is true, but the other part is the depth of cut has to be nearly identical, I guess I'll put it that way, because otherwise your spindle will be cockeyed. So what I had to come up with was a way to measure from the start of the bit to finish cut, and then set my stop. So for me it ended up being that piece plus that. I believe that's 3/16. Yep, 3/16 plus a business card. That got me nearly perfect, I believe. So I'm happy with that. That's a good start. Okay, so now I have a right and a left, and then the centers. And you can see that one that I messed up on a little bit, but the good news is I messed up in the right direction. This one, but this is toward the back, so that spindle is going to be registering in the bottom and toward the front this way. So the edge I'm most concerned about was this one right here on top. So we're good. I'm not going to sweat that. So now it needs to locate the through hole, and once I locate that, I can do all of these from the same direction. I'm just going to bore through with this router bit. I'll just keep raising it all the way through. Right, I got this fixture that I have for my extrusions that I used to clamp to these. And I'm using this now as a fence. I'm down tight and I'm clamped. I'm going to hold it here and just bring it on up through. Hopefully it'll come right through this center dot here. There it goes. I'm locked here. Everything's locked, okay. That was beautiful. Right on the mark. That was beautiful. That's beautiful. Still nice and flush. Yep, I like that a lot. And then these all line up as well.